you have the recording going, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
So, if it doesn't work, then we'll just have the recording, and it'll have to go on YouTube, because that's what it looks like it's going to have to be. Oh god, it's so bad. Alright. Alright. So, hello everybody. Welcome. This is... Oh, I'm losing so many frames. It's so bad. Oh, wait, we're stable. Hold on. We got this. Alright. So anyway, welcome to the Entry Hazard Podcast. I should have a tagline for this, but I don't. We're going to talk about some competitive Pokemon stuff and some non-competitive Pokemon stuff and some Pokemon stuff, and we're going to talk about stuff. So anyway, I think the first place to start off is that Games Done Quick speedrun thing, because that was just insane. So, first thing, if you guys haven't seen it, which I think...
It's about 2.5 hours long.
Oh my god, it's so... So, the video itself is 2 hours long, and then when you... Oh, shit. I need to find this again. So... Oh, it's so good, though. Alright, so first 2 hours of the video, they catch the first 151 Pokemon. Alright, so they speedrun catching all 151 Pokemon in blue. And he does it, it's one guy, just one guy, does all of this, and then...
I'm assuming it's a hack, right?
Mm-hmm. So,
Well,
when he starts doing it, like, he doesn't...
It's not
yeah. Ty, go ahead.
It's not really a hack. It's just he uses a bunch of game-exploding glitches to get out of boundaries, teleport wherever he wants, get any single Pokemon he wants to just randomly show up out of his bag.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way to, like, legit beat the game and catch all 150 in 2.5 hours. You gotta know, like, some insane wizard tricks.
That's very true.
Well, yeah, plus the game's like how old now? You know what I mean? So, obviously the glitches have been exposed at this point, but...
Yeah.
But, I mean, just the fact that you can catch all 151 in general in 2.5... Well, actually, just 2. He did it in just under 2 hours. It was like an hour and 56 seconds or something, which blows my mind.
I know. That's amazing.
And, like, my favorite part about this is the fact that we've got this slated as a competitive Pokemon podcast, so we're starting off with a speedrun.
Hey, we'll get there.
It's alright.
We gotta start somewhere.
Hashtag the council.
Hey, we're doing relevant news. It's fine.
Oh, my God. But, alright, so the craziest part of that video to me, like, catching all 151 Pokemon with, glitches and breaking the game, whatever. That's cool, just the fact that you got it done in under 2 hours. But the thing that really gets me is the blindfolded speedrun they did for the last half hour. They just decided that, okay, now we've got all 151 Pokemon. Now we're going to blindfold speedrun this thing. And I am... like, first of all, if you put me... I have played so much Pokemon in my life. And I think everybody here can come from the same background, where it's like, all of us have put in thousands, hundreds of hours. I know I've put in thousands. At least 10,000 hours just into Pokemon. But, like... if you stuck me in a game blindfolded, there's no way I could get anywhere. I would have no idea where I was.
I might be able to do like the first level of Super Mario Brothers, but that'd probably be it.
The craziest thing to me is that they were doing all the same glitches through their bag. Like, every single same thing that requires them to do all these precision item tossing, item switching around, they still managed to do that perfectly without even knowing, like, where anything in their bag was.
Like, how do you even... No. Alright, so let's get this.
I mean, like, with that, at least, like, you can, like, kind of memorize. I mean, I guess you can, too, with this other game I'm talking about, but I saw somebody do Mike Tyson's Punch-Out blindfolded.
What?
Yes. And he made it up to, like, Super Macho Man. So, like, right before Mike Tyson.
Oh, my God.
He didn't finish the game. There's no way in hell that you could ever do Mike Tyson blindfolded, but...
That game does have audio cues, though, doesn't it?
It does.
It does, but it's still really, really hard.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got it showing on for the stream now, where I've got them doing it, and they are blindfolded, and they're both like staring down, and they've got a bandana over their faces. But like, one of these guys, Shenanigans finished it in I think 25 or 26 minutes. Like,
So
I don't think I could do that without the blindfold. Like, even if I knew all of the hacks and everything,
I'm pretty sure every single one of us would crash the game 50 times over, at
God.
least.
It's impressive to me to see how well they know the game. That, I mean, on the right-hand side, we can see that he's getting into an exact position, and he's counting out exactly how many tiles over he needs to be. I don't know, man. Ugh.
And he just like knows it well enough to just like fire it off within like a couple seconds.
Oh yeah, and it's
It's
like
crazy.
there are some of these that are exact frames where you have to be frame perfect, because it's like, okay, I'm in a battle, I have to hit the start button right as the battle's starting, so you have to know exactly what tile you're on, where the people are, because you have to do it like mid-step. You can't wait for an audio cue. That's nuts to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean like when you walk in front of a trainer and then like the
Yeah.
exclamation point pops up and you hit start
Yeah.
I
and
think
So,
you can cancel
like-
the battle?
Go ahead, Ty.
that's the Brock skip glitch that you're talking about, right? The one where they completely skip Brock and just be able to go wherever they want.
I think you can, but I don't. All right, so the most notable position for that for me was when I was trying to catch Mew in Blue version. So I've got a physical copy of Blue. It's actually sitting somewhere over here, buried under a pile of stuff, because I'm about to move, right? So in this pile of stuff, my physical copy of Blue, I actually caught Mew legit using one of these, and there's a trainer that's just off screen above Nugget Bridge, right? So you go to Nugget Bridge, you get through all that, and there's a trainer just off screen, and when you walk on screen, it has to render that person in while figuring out that there's a battle coming. And so you hit pause right as the screen shifts over, renders it, and then the exclamation pops up at the same time that your start menu pops up. And then you can like escape rope and then get out, and it like the game doesn't know what to do with it anymore. But that like, I don't know. I had trouble. I had to save the game, and then I had to try that 4 or 5 times just to get that timing right. Because a physical Game Boy, and I think these guys are doing it on emulators, so it's a little easier. But
I think they're actually doing it on a Game Boy, because I remember when I was watching it last night, when he finished the game, he kind of just like sat back and relaxed for the first time ever, and I think you could actually see the Game Boy in his hands.
that's cool. I don't know.
I mean, I guess whatever you're used to. I mean, emulators would definitely allow a little more room for error. Game Boy, that's impressive though. Definitely,
And
it's
another
impressive
thing is
either
that-
way.
Another thing is that they were doing what they were calling safety saving, which if they were using an emulator, they wouldn't really need to save at any point, because they could just use a save state at any very much more efficient than actually saving the game.
Hmm.
Like I said, I'm crazy impressed by this.
Yeah,
And I
it's
mean,
really cool.
again, this isn't like super competitive Pokemon, but they are competing, right? We can sort of count this as like they're competing, because they blindfold speedrun.
They're competing against each other and the game itself, basically.
Oh man, insane. Okay, all right. Well, I think we have to talk about actual competitive Pokemon for a minute.
Oh, thank God.
All right, so here's
It's time.
here's my recent frustration. Superior.
Oh, dude.
All right.
Go
So Ty and Ludi, you've probably seen it in the Skype chat a little bit, but Will and I have been going back and forth about whether or not Superior is actually competitively viable in VGC.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't see it.
So here's the deal.
All right, here we go. Go ahead. Come on.
I'm going through, and granted, I'm still like dicking around in like the 1600s.
Go ahead and just go to Cerebi and just put, or Bulbapedia and just put
Put the
the
image.
stat, put the stats for Superior up in that little middle box
Yeah. All right.
so everyone can see how pathetic those defenses are?
I just. All right. Let's see if that'll work.
Actually, defenses are terrible.
It's like mid 70s, both of them.
I just
Actually,
find
they're both 95 apparently.
Oh,
I just find everything with Superior to just be painfully average. I think that's its problem.
well, the
Other
thing is
than
for me,
Contrary.
Contrary like saves it completely.
Yeah,
Like
I
throwing
agree.
out a Leaf Storm and then like, hey, look at me, I got like hidden power ice. Because what's the land? Like you got to see it like what's important in the current metagame. Because the metagame is right now it's double genies, it's the Japan Sand with the Scarf Cheetar and Exadrill.
Yeah.
It works out well for it. Like you throw hidden power ice on it, I have reflect on it just because nothing on my team wants to take anything physical, but it works out really well.
So yeah, we got 75 in HP, 75 attack, 95 defense, 95 special defense, and we lost Ty, but we'll get there. Thanks, Ty.
Yeah, the defenses aren't as bad as I thought they were going to be. I didn't know like the stats on hand or anything, but yeah, the defenses aren't as bad as I thought they were going to be. They're just kind of average.
But okay, so yesterday, and here's why I'm so frustrated with it. Well, we try and get Ty back, and it blocks half of my face. We're doing good today. We're doing great. Anyway.
This is the pilot. We're okay.
I don't know. Anyway, the biggest thing for me with Superior is that I was giving Will so much hell. I was like, Will, there's no way this works. There's no way this is viable. There's just no way. And Will is over here, the troll that he is, running it with Reflect because why not?
Well, I do it because I run a Mega T-Tar and Bisharp is a heavy thing in VGC right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm not worried about like anything else because I'll set up on it and just go to work. But the Reflect is there for pretty much like, I don't want to take an Iron Head. I don't want to take Mach Punch from Conk or Breloom. Because at least that's going to help me out down to half. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. Like, oh, it's frail. There's still Talonflame out there. There's still Staraptor like that. And like, whatever two fighting like flying moves there are, and ice. Okay, that's the thing everywhere, but with that special defense, it's not bad. And if you invest everything correctly, you're only taking half at best. Like outside of like a Life Orb Greninja, which that's kind of rare.
I haven't seen one of those in a while, but like, okay. So Ludi, I know that you're kind of in the same position that I am, where Superior, for whatever reason, always feels frail. Like, we see the numbers, and...
Okay, hey! I don't know what happened.
He's back.
So, like, for whatever reason, even when we look at the numbers and we're like, okay, it's actually got middling average defenses. We've got 95, almost 100. That's pretty reasonable. And I think it's the fact that the HP is at 75, right? So every time we see Superior, we assume that it's just going to be a glass cannon.
Uh-huh.
And so there's nothing in me that's like, you know what, Superior's a good idea. And Will started using it. Will's the first person that I knew that used it. And then I get on ladder last night, and I ran into 5 of them.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay,
Weird.
so one question: does Superior get any good moves that hits both enemy Pokemon?
No! There's nothing!
Well, you got to think about it. Also, in the current meta, it's a lot of bulky waters out there still.
Yeah.
That's true.
And like when you're going up against a rain, I'm sorry, I'm like a rain team. I see rain all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not scared of a Ludicolo.
Ooh.
No, but you know what I mean, like because I run sand with T-Star, so I need some type of protection like in the rain. And what's the Ludicolo going to do? Take me down to like 75%? Oh no! And if they double up on me, I'll be down to like 60 something.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the scariest position to be in. And how often are you able to ever get a Pokemon in any match, any meta outside of like singles and you're playing a scrub, where you get it to +6 in any stat?
But it
Like you can,
just
it's the one time in VGC you get in +6 legitimately in 3 turns and do damage and kill everything, and have enough speed to like body things. Like I get it. Like there's like
I
complete
know.
and total counters. Like there's Talonflame. There's freaking Trick Room, which negates his, like the only advantage he has is really speed. But again, if you get up to +6, what's stopping it?
no, it's and I mean, here's the deal. Like in the sand, Superior with +2, Leaf Storm against Tyranitar, even a Will set. This is a Will bulky set for the people that are listening, watching,
Sassy
whatever.
T-Tar.
Will is
T-Tar.
Will is known for running silly things like an assault vest sassy T-Tar in the sand.
Yeah.
So
I think I've run that before.
So what we're getting at here is that Will runs really bulky sets, and I borrowed one of his T-Tars, and after +2, I mean, T-Tar melted to Leaf Storm, which you'd kind of expect because it's stab super effective, +2, but it's in the sand and it's a bulky set, and it, I don't know, like, I want to slay him on Superior, I do, because it doesn't, because we look through this thing, and I mean, even when you look through, like, its viable moves, it feels like it has nothing.
It's got nothing.
No, it's literally Leaf Storm and Hidden Power Ice. That's all it is, and that's
Do you
all I
have
use
any?
it for.
Is there anything for steel types at all?
You go Hidden Power Fire if you really wanted to, but I
No,
already
not
have
really.
but I have answers for Fire Pokemon though. You know what I mean? Like I mean
Okay.
Steel rather. Like you can't like when you're making a VGC team, you can't prepare for everything,
Right.
but you got to be able to like slow down or like I have no answer for Bisharp really, because nobody really wants to take a freaking like even if I bring my Arcanine in,
Mhm.
what's Arcanine going to do? Like all right, it's going to like after a +1 Sucker Punch, he's dying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my biggest problem with Superior was always the moveset thing. Like even when he got Contrary, I was just like, okay, well this Pokemon is literally Leaf Storm. I mean, it has hidden power, but every Pokemon has hidden power. You can't even like argue that. I don't know, but I mean, it does help it. But and then the
Yeah.
only other decent special move it had was Dragon Pulse, which is in stab and hits one type.
Yeah. So you get like Hidden Power, Dragon Pulse,
Oh,
Leaf Storm.
I think it's Focus Blast, but Focus Blast is Focus Blast.
And isn't it like
Focus
isn't a
is
huge isn't a huge thing in the VGC metagame like running defense and HP investment and stuff that normally you wouldn't do it just so it can survive random situational attacks.
You know,
I
go ahead, Will.
I've learned that like certain things like that I'm not used to putting like defense in. Like for instance, Superior, I put like this 4 EVs, and that like that one stat point makes a world of difference in VGC because at level 50, it's not like we're playing on Showdown level 100 and it's really meaningless, you know. But at level 50 makes a world of difference.
Yeah.
Man, yeah.
Like I have a Gengar that I put like 100 EVs in like special defense for. But granted, it's also for like Perish Trap, but don't judge me.
Man, those 4 EVs can make all the difference sometimes. I've had I remember one match like pretty early into my battling career. So I can't really vouch for my opponent or anything, but my Scarf Chandelure, took a Gengar Shadow Ball lived with 1 HP
Oh yeah.
because I put 4 EVs into special defense.
That's like whenever you're just playing like a random friend who doesn't understand the game and is just using Pokemon they kind of just willy-nilly train up and stuff. Like,
Dragonite's strong.
you can seriously get caught off guard because since they're randomly EV, they can have like more defense than you're expecting, and then your glass cannon can just get utterly destroyed because it can't kill something it would normally kill so easily.
Yeah.
This is my Dragonite moveset. I have Fly because I like being able to go to the next town without without having to walk there. I also put Earthquake. Oh, that's a good move. Never mind.
I mean, he's allowed to have
I
one.
lost it.
He's allowed to
lost
have
it.
one good move. All right.
Okay,
I like-
and then my last two moves are Dragon Pulse and Dragon Claw, because Outrage. You gotta go Outrage.
It's gotta be outrage.
No, Dragon Rush.
Oh,
Rush.
Oh
No,
god.
no, Dragon Rage. Dragon Rage
Dragon
because
Rage.
because
Sounds
it was really
cool.
good. Because it was really good against rock types in the anime.
And it was really good early in the game. When
I can
when
guarantee
nothing has
that I get
PH.
damage in. It doesn't matter. Listen, I'm gonna go with Dragon Rage because I know no matter how many Calm Minds, no matter how many Reflects, no matter how many anything, I know that this is gonna get 40 damage.
And then you
Yeah.
ask,
Early in the
then you
game,
ask,
when nothing
then-
has 40 HP, that move's OP.
Oh my
and then you ask them, what do you do about fairy types? And then they're like, what are fairy types? I only play Gen 1.
Jesus. Gen 1. Gen 1.
Gen 1er.
Ugh, I just. I'm so mad at Superior right now. Because it is happening. It's coming into the meta right now. And like I said, I've seen it
Wait,
half
and
a
to
dozen
be
times
fair,
in the
too-
16s.
Well, I mean, it's only a matter of time before Pokeaim
Mhm.
will use it. And then if he uses
already
it,
did, though. He did it
He
in
did?
singles already, yeah. Like when it first was put into OU,
so
he was using it, calling it a threat, which it kind of is in OU. Like you scarf it, and you have a team that's at two bulky water types. They're disintegrating.
mhm. But it's only a matter of time before somebody big in the VGC Pokemon community tries using it because he sees people using it.
Yeah.
And then if he doesn't like it, then it's going to die because all of his fans are going to follow suit immediately.
You mean like Lopunny? You mean like Lopunny? Mega Lopunny when Cybertron dropped the 1600s with that thing? Oh my god. That was...
But I just...
No, but he
I just-
bodied people with Alakazam. That's the funny thing. He made Mega Alakazam viable in VGC.
Well, okay. Now...
I mean, it's just... Mono Grass is just not the best typing. And that's another thing.
Yeah, I agree.
I think about
Grass
the only
is
thing
Grass
worse.
is an awful. Grass is an awful stab.
I think
The only thing it hits,
worse
like Will said, bulky waters definitely takes care of them. But
And
other
but
than
if-
that, what
Even
do
if
you
you
got?
had even the poison subtyping. Like, the
Yeah.
poison
Yeah, no,
subtyping
see,
helps
that's the
more
thing,
than
is
it
that-
should.
I know. See, that's the thing, is that poison is such a great defensive typing that if you give it to any grass type, it's gonna make it better.
Yeah. And I totally agree with that because, your grass side negates some of that ground weakness, so you're taking neutral from ground. So you've eliminated one of your weaknesses. I mean, how many stab psychic moves are there out there?
Right? I was just
Not a
about to
whole
say
lot.
that.
Like, you've
And-
got Gardevoir, which even now, after seeing it in U.S. Nationals do pretty well, Gardevoir is still not really that common. I've run into it a few times here and there. I was just battling one right before we started the podcast. But, at that point, I don't know, man. You do pretty well. And then...
You gain an immunity to poison, which is, well, not an immunity, but you can't be
Right.
poisoned, and now you take neutral damage from poison.
Superior
Which-
is the lone exception that's been saved by Contrary, but
Mhm.
every good grass type has a good secondary typing.
Mm-hmm.
There are no good mono grass Pokemon except Superior.
No, and let's...
What do you mean? Simisage does
And
pretty well.
like I said, in a free for all versus our
Yeah,
friends,
man. Yeah, man, he
Ugh.
helped me get through the first gym in Gen 5.
Well, that's how I know. That means you would have chose Tepic. So okay, we can. Be
Okay, so never mind. I never used Simisage.
But yeah,
Or
I mean,
you could just be a
it was-
man and then train that thing up so it can get a fighting subtype and then just plow through that gym anyway.
I was really mad that it was a third in a row firefighting type, so I wanted nothing to do with Tepic.
oh my god.
I just-
I'm...
and Ashwat too. You know what I mean? Don't
I just-
hate.
I didn't like the Oshawott or the
I didn't
Snivy
like
family designs.
I didn't like any of the Gen 5 starters.
Ugh.
I
It
thought
was
they
a
were
pretty.
all
5 was
super
terrible.
average.
I
Nah,
th-
I
Gen 5 I thought was the weakest, maybe sub Gen 2.
Mhm.
Gen
I
2
like-
seemed,
I
the
like
Gen
Gen
2
5 a lot.
starters just didn't Gen 2 starters just didn't really appeal to me at all.
Oh yeah, and real quick, Superior did go to third place in UK Nationals. Just saying.
Really?
Yeah,
This year?
this year Superior, it was Superior and Charizard X. I think I sent you the link before
Oh my god.
because
That's
the team had like one Pokemon would protect.
It's
That's your
the,
team.
any starter can learn the pledge moves, right?
right.
That makes sense then. Was
You
it a
know-
fire grass pledge combo?
No, not at all. It was Charizard X, bro.
Oh, I missed that. I missed the X.
You know, one thing, speaking of the pledges, I know in my heart of hearts, believe in the heart of the cards, that the reason that the Firegrass pledge is such a thing is because of chlorophyll,
Uh-huh.
but I want Watergrass pledge to be a thing. I want it so bad.
I mean,
Ludicolo boys! Second
can
mention.
Can
Second
Ludicolo
mention of
learn
another
water
stream.
pledge?
What's that?
No, it's just watergrass.
Yeah.
I mean, the best situation you could get there is running maybe Blastoise, like a Blastoise.
Under
With Ring
Tailwind,
Dance.
I mean, you could run like Scarf Blastoise. You could do it. And
That's
then
Good. But I'd probably have to take your DS away.
actually, Scarf Blastoise was a thing for like in Gen 5, like to catch people off guard because there was no Mega Evolution or anything back then.
right.
I mean,
Yeah.
can Greninja learn Rain Dance?
Maybe. No, probably not. I don't know.
I'm not really seeing how this can work.
No,
I mean-
I think we can make
I mean,
it
you
work.
basically
No, we're making it work.
just
We're gonna
you
make
can
it work.
you basically have to send Politoed in with Venusaur, and then just hope that they kill Politoed turn 1, and then send out like Greninja with Water Pledge.
This is my competitive VGC team. I want you to kill one of my Pokemon first round.
Yeah, but then you have a Venusaur and Greninja that can kill anything.
Oh yes, anything. Watergrass pledge. I just.
What
That
about a
sounds
fire?
like
What about a fire water pledge?
Doesn't that make a rainbow on the field? Isn't that what? All right, we gotta find that.
It summons Volcanion. That's how we
That's
release
how we
it.
actually get
Right.
Volcanion.
That's how
Oh.
it's released.
they
the
actually
new
do like a
base
Dragon
art.
Ball Z fusion dance.
Wait,
Oh, I
Ludi.
can't wait.
Ludi.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, you're not doing the Dragon Ball Z
you have
fusion
to-
dance, bro.
You have to go the other way. I think you have to go the other way for
like
that.
This?
Other way, other way.
No, we're
All
good. No.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh, for me.
There we go. We got it.
My bad. On my screen, it's different.
Yeah, but I got Ludi and me up at the top.
Oh, okay.
We got it close enough.
Whatever.
All right, we got to see this. All right, I'm looking it up. Grass pledge, fire pledge, or water pledge and fire pledge combined. This comes from Elite Riddler. So we're gonna see what this looks like. You guys can't see it, but whatever. Anyway, this is Greninja and Charizard X using. Oh, that didn't.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
I mean, it KO'd it. Oh, there it was! Oh, now you just gotta wait for it to come up on stream. But, anyway.
I kind of want a new Pokemon Stadium, just so I can hear the
That is
announcer
terrible.
say it's a combined move.
Oh my god.
The attack's combining into one. It's a combined move.
Please.
Are you
Please
sure?
don't have that. That'd be phenomenal. You know what? It would have been amazing if they had added in that sort of voice acting into. All right. So we're gonna transition for a second because there's
Yeah, good call.
I got this whole list of things. Okay, we're gonna transition over to I linked it earlier, and it's the changes that Pokemon Z must make to keep Pokemon
I thought that
alive.
article was very poorly made
Okay, cool.
from a very casual standpoint.
So
Wait, can I say one thing?
yeah,
Hey man, casuals are people too.
I want Mega K9 with fur coat. Game over. That's
Mega
all.
Arcanine with fur coat.
No,
Mega Arcanine fur coat.
no,
They-
don't do
I
it.
feel like they need to put a little bit less emphasis on the Mega Evolutions for this next one.
But all right,
I know
so
that's like their tagline for, that's like their selling point for Gen 6, but I
So
think
they're-
Man, we want a Digivolve. Get off me.
but it's like
I
I think
mean-
that was part of the
isn't
reason
there a
why
new Digimon
Opus-
movie something coming out? I think there
Yeah.
is.
I think I just feel like they put a little bit too much emphasis on Mega Evolution and Oras, and that was one of the reasons why it was a little lackluster, because everyone was kind of expecting all these new Mega Evolutions, and that's
Yeah.
kind of all they gave us in Oras, and that's why people were.
Well, what do you
kinda-
expect? Like, you're not going to get like new Pokemon in an old city, though. You know what I mean? Like, you're not.
Well, I
It's
wasn't
like if they
expecting-
go back to Kanto, like, are we expecting like a brand new like Pokemon? No. Like, why?
No, I wasn't expecting new Pokemon. I was expecting them to expand the game a little bit more than they did.
I mean, they did though. They added that whole like post game story. That was cool.
It was really cool, but then there was nothing to do basically post game, except for the battle. What do they call it? The battle resort.
Yeah.
No, well, that
Mm,
was
so-
the Deoxys storyline.
Yeah, the Deoxys
Yeah, that's
story
what I'm
was
saying.
great, but it's like you get some really cool story. You get a Rayquaza that is off-natured and probably poorly IV'd. The same thing for a Deoxys.
I mean,
And then
I don't know what you're talking about. I got a 6 IV. I don't want to hear it. And it was shiny too at that. So get off.
I got a shiny. I got a shiny 6IV.
I mean, there was a
just
giant.
adamant.
The whole experience was kind of weird because I was feeling my DS afterwards, and there was a huge lump coming out of it where the action replay would come out.
Look, man, I don't want to hear it. I'm just saying. Shut up.
All right, so like, if we know that none of the requests that are made out of this thing. All right, so putting this up, but so changes Pokemon Z must make. Oh God, it's so big.
Did my screen freeze?
A little
Yep.
bit.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you're stuck at like the worst possible times too. Like your face is stuck on stupid.
Well, oh, it happens to the best of us.
All right, so just really quickly going through this, the changes that Pokemon Z must make to keep the series alive. All right, so expanded berry juices and candies.
Okay, no.
Why?
Next.
I really just don't care.
No,
I don't care
either.
enough about berry
That's
juices
what
and
I was-
candies.
That's kind of what I was referring to earlier with it. This was taken from a more casual viewpoint.
Yeah.
And it was
Well,
like,
I
nobody
like
cares
I don't know
about
for like
that.
competitive use. I see like different like the berry fusion. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, I
Because,
totally
like-
agree. Like the fact that you could increase friendship with the berry juice, you could increase. Like the berry juices were kind of cool. They were kind of a weird role, but it's like okay, I can use these sometimes, you know, and that was okay, cool.
And that helps out like when you're trying to like. I remember when I was cause last gen, like not last gen, but last game I was playing like majority singles, and it helped out for like I'm trying to breed a freaking pincer and I needed max happiness, so
Mhm. Yeah, no,
makes a lot of difference, you know.
I agree, but
Because not
what
everybody's
else?
cool like me, and I forget about like the bell, and like all you gotta do is go around in a circle like for like a minute.
A minute,
just-
like an hour. You
Not
grab
an
the
hour.
bell, and then you just stick a penny under the thing. You walk away for an hour, or grab your other Game Boy, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna play Pokemon Pinball now.
I'd just like to take a quick second to point out that in 2 weeks I will be moving and my internet will not be shared by 4 people.
It'll be
So So I will probably be not blurry come 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
Hey,
So the second thing on here, bring back character customization.
That's
Good.
obvious. They
So-
know that.
Please
Yeah.
do.
So I think we all agree that yes, that should be a thing, but I'm still annoyed that they decided to put this in because I think this is one of those, like, granted, okay, they're gonna bring it back,
Mhm.
all right? Because
And then they also point out that they want it to be like Fallout 4 level customization.
Ugh,
No,
no,
good
I
God,
don't-
no.
There's no,
No,
way.
that's-
I don't want.
That's too
Basi-
much, but
Just give us exactly what X and Y had,
Mhm.
with like a few more clothing options.
Right.
man, I want my character to have a beard.
Okay, well, I mean, they're still technically kids, so that might be hard, but maybe they could do like a fake beard accessory.
I mean, there was one when you were doing the video thing.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do your video, you could do,
Wait, have you not seen a
beard
Puerto Rican
add-on.
like 12-year-old?
I mean-
Come on, dude, they have full blown beards like at like 11.
I mean, I had a
Yeah,
beard
but
at like
using
10,
10-year-olds.
so
I'm just saying. Don't judge me.
I have seen it.
I mean,
It is
Basi-
weird, but I have seen it.
basically they could just give us me customization, like this, like a me creator kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what
It'd
you're
be
saying.
it can be
Yeah.
kind of hard. It'd be kind of a little over the top for them to code, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be doable.
No, but like my whole thing was like you got. I see it like this. Like every game I played, like since growing up, it's like it's always been like always like an awkward build or like your character and like XY was like the first time it's like you actually got to build like your character like however you wanted for like that type of game.
Mhm.
Because like I've always wanted my RPG character to be like little brown guy. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I
Yeah.
don't want to play with a white kid all the time. Like that's like my biggest disappointment. X and Oris was like, oh, I can't be brown again.
But like, I
I'm
think
just so with a freaking white cap on the whole time. Hey, that's
I think
fun.
the whole deal was the fact that, okay, we're revisiting Ruby and Sapphire. In Ruby and Sapphire, we didn't have that character customization, so we just brought it back. So I feel like, yes, we're going back to France, we're going back to Kalos, whatever you want to call it. I think when we go back to Kalos, it makes sense that we're going to have all those things back. Because,
Yeah.
like, when we went to, let's say, Gen 4, right? When we went to Gen 4, the things that were in Diamond Pearl that weren't, I mean, like we go to Heart Gold Soul Silver and things like the always on run button, right? We had all the options down on the lower screen and everybody was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Oh my god, that was so amazing.
It was.
I think the reason people liked those games a lot more was just that there was a lot more nostalgia for the Gen 2 games than there was the Gen 3 games. Not saying that Oros, they did mess up with Oros, but
Did they?
I think
Okay, let's talk about that. What do you think they screwed up about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire?
they just didn't add as much new stuff as they did for the previous remakes.
Okay,
I mean, they added the Mega Evolutions, and those were cool,
right.
but it's like
But
there was
do you feel like the post game in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire?
it was terrible. It was like non-existent. After the Z episode, it was non-existent, pretty much.
But you got the whole Z episode.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The Z episode.
No, it's like
Well, the Delta, whatever.
we can call
What-
it the Z
what-
episode.
Well, I
It
thought
is
no, I
now.
thought the Delta episode was like the best like thing since like period. Because what do we have in X and Y? We had the Looker missions, which I didn't
Yeah.
even bother doing.
no, I haven't done them still.
But then you had a better version of the Battle Resort in X and Y.
Hmm.
You had a better breeding setup in X and Y. You had
Now, if we're gonna talk breeding,
Yeah, that's not what I thought you were talking about.
breeding in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire was so close to perfect,
Yeah.
so
Sand
close, and then
Pits. Sand pits.
Ugh.
Sand pits.
And then it's like,
Why?
I'm fairly certain that they like made hatch times. It seems like the hatch times were longer.
But it's the sand pits because the sand pits delay
think
you
it's-
so long.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
I
feels
think
like
just
it's forever.
But that's not what I meant to say. What I meant to say, it takes longer for your Pokemon to actually make an egg. It feels like you're just kind of running around and your Pokemon have not made an egg a lot longer than it was in X and Y.
Yeah. No, all right. So Bimnajik has a good point too. All the legendaries that were in post game too.
Oh,
Like,
that is true.
so
It's a good.
I
But at the same
Yeah.
time, people like us who kind of don't use Pokemon that aren't perfectly IV'd,
right,
those
but
legendaries.
the fact that the legendaries were all minimum 3 IV, like I actually did soft reset for both my Raikou and my Suicune.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so I use a competitive soft reset caught Raikou and Suicune. I mean, the Suicune that I soft reset's the one that I'm battling with right now in Battle Spot. But
Yeah, I did
like,
that with Zapdos. It took like 4 hours, but I did it. Never want to do that again. That's why I don't use legendaries.
but all of this to say that I think it's kind of an absolutely they're going to bring back character customization because we're shifting a totally different area. So in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, we had things that we didn't have in Diamond and Pearl, and then when they went over to Platinum, Platinum just was another. It was basically a reiteration of Diamond and Pearl, and I'm trying to think. There's not a whole lot of good examples because I mean Fire Red, Leaf Green. Those were basically just reskinned. I mean,
they
it
had
really
the
was
islands,
reskinned.
but that's it. They had those islands, but that's it. That's all they
But-
added.
But they didn't take anything away, and they didn't add anything from Sapphire. Anyway,
I mean, what did Heart Gold Soul Silver add so much to? I mean, they added the Safari Zone back and like a couple other things like that were cool, but I didn't consider them like huge additions.
Yeah.
Well, they added the. Did they add? They added the. God, it's been so long since I played that game.
yeah, that's how powerful it was because you
Mhm.
don't remember.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
All
man.
right.
I will fully admit that I.
No,
I-
I think that I honestly think that part of it is just the nostalgia for Heart Gold,
Yep.
Soul Silver.
I
That
agree.
that brings us all
Also-
back to thinking that Heart Gold, Soul Silver were a better introduction. So
I also think that Oras kind of made a mistake in the fact that they kind of did a little bit too much advertising.
I think some of that comes back to the community did a lot of that.
Mhm.
I think the community
But-
did a lot of advertising, but I think as far as execution of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, the
I mean-
execution was pretty stellar.
I thought they
Yeah.
were good games.
think
I don't
they
even
could-
like Hoenn, and I thought
think-
they were good games.
They were good. I mean, the games were good while they lasted. I just felt like it was a little bit. I was expecting a little bit more
Mhm.
for the single player side of it because it was basically the exact same game that the original Ruby and Sapphire were,
But
and then you got your Delta episode.
so Fire Red and Leaf Green, all right, because this is an actual common argument. All right, a lot of people are really upset that Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire didn't add that much as far as like adding content. But when we went to Heart Gold and Soul Silver, we did the exact same storyline. There were a couple nods here and there that, okay, yes, we realize that you're, 14 years in the future now? But I don't even think it was that. But anyway, I don't feel like the story was that much different, and I don't
It
think
wasn't.
that that's kind of fair to judge Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire
Yeah,
necessarily.
but I think the thing is I think it might be like a slight generation kind of gap thing, where it's like because back then it was a big deal that they were adding in all these new Pokemon from like the other because that was a Generation 2 game, but they had the Generation 3 and 4 Pokemon.
Right.
That was a much bigger deal back then than that equivalent is now. Because back then, that was back when the whole Pokegening thing was kind of still new,
Yeah.
and not everybody knew about it.
Yeah.
So the fact that you could get basically every Pokemon in that game was a much bigger deal. And now in Oras, that's still something that happens in Oras. You can get all of these Pokemon, but it's not really as
Spoken
much-
like a Smogonite.
well, someone's got to combat that stupid wolf.
I see what you did there.
A
All right, so let's move on so that we can take a break. The next thing that they've got in here is that they want another graphical leap. I think that's really stupid. I think that we
No.
wait until the next generation. I think we wait till Gen 7. I
don't
honestly,
I don't think we're
that's-
gonna get a big. I don't think we're gonna get a big graphical leap.
I don't think
for
we get
a
any
long time.
graphical leap.
I don't think they
Yeah,
can.
I agree.
Well,
That's not
I think
possible.
we might get like a small one, like a small, barely noticeable one, but nothing.
I mean,
remember
the
how
only
happy-
thing that I can think of is that they make it just a little bit better because they did like black and white, black 2, white 2. I think were slightly optimized better for the DSi. So you got a few things, but I don't remember offhand. So don't quote me on that. Somebody in chat might mention it. But I think that's the only thing that they can really do is add certain things that might function better on like the new 3DS because the new 3DS has better specs.
Which I've got. Do I have it? I have the new 3DS and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool for the one game. The one.
I'd like
game
to
that
buy
I
a
have.
new 3DS, please.
Would you like? Are you sure you don't want to buy a used new 3DS?
Yeah.
Because you can save $20 by buying a used new 3DS.
Yeah, but we're only gonna give you a quarter for your trade in.
I was like, it really wasn't worth it to upgrade it to it, but I really wanted Xenoblade, so I kind of had to, or
Yeah.
spend, or go on a fucking scavenger hunt.
All right, so
All right,
the last thing on here is that they want new Pokemon.
I can see that happening.
I don't.
Maybe a couple.
Yeah, nothing like not another 50 or
You
how
mean
many they.
you mean Volcanion and Hoopa?
No, Hoop is
What's
already out.
Well, not
Did we
for
get him in the
us.
U.S.?
Not
No,
for
but
us.
you can trade it.
Trade.
Quote unquote, quote unquote trade.
Yeah, you wanna trade for a Hoopa?
I have a lot of.
I got a
friends
Hoopa for
that would
sale.
Trade me a Hoopa.
Bro, I got you after the stream.
I have two.
I got a Hoopa for sale.
I have two friends in Japan that can trade me Hoopas. Their names are Action and Replay.
Power and save. Power and save. Yeah.
But that kind of brings us into another one of our topics, doesn't it?
Yes, and
But we
we'll
can
talk
save
about that
that.
after the break because
Mhm.
there is something that we, as far as legendaries go, but the only new Pokemon that I can think of, there's rumors going around about Gen 6 Megas.
Gen 6.
Gen 6 Megas.
I feel like kind of wait until Gen 7 for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
mean-
Mega Greninja.
No.
God.
No. 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 No.
I mean, how do you, first of all, how do you make Greninja better? But I mean,
You give
it would be Mega
give it super
Greninja.
protein.
No.
You give it super protein. Every
Super
single
protein.
Please, no.
your type to whatever it is, and you change your opponent's type to whatever type is weak to that type.
Oh no.
Oh, my God.
Greninja, please.
Super
But,
Protean.
but the problem is super frail, so it doesn't count.
Yeah.
So Brave
But-
Bird, good game.
I think a good point about Gen 6 Megas is
Mm-hmm.
we need Gen 5 Megas first.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I can
true.
see that.
I think we
So-
have, what is it?
We have
one-
Mega Audino.
Yeah, and we also have Mega Diancie.
Oh, my
Altaria.
So we need they need to focus more on Gen 5 Megas before they focus on Gen 6 Megas.
God.
Mega Vanillux. Game over.
Yes,
Okay.
please. Yes, please. I'll take that.
I mean, it's like Bisharp, Galvantula,
But-
good candidates.
So, if they did the Gen 6 Megas, we'd have Mega Greninja, which we're all already against. We'd have Mega
So-
Delphox, which might actually make Delphox useful.
Yeah.
Mega Chestnut could also be considered.
But I mean,
useful.
what would you do with Mega Chestnut? He's got bulletproof. Would you give him like shell armor at that point? And then he'd be
Thick Fat?
maybe.
But that.
But you've already given Thick Fat to
Nope.
Venusaur.
Nobody would like that. Nobody would like if you gave Chestnut Thick Fat because it'd just be a Venusaur copy.
Yeah, I think you'd almost have to give it shell armor, but then at that point, then you've got Chestnut, the worst Slowbro.
Yeah.
No, you
No.
have Chestnut, the
So-
physical Slowbro.
Mega Vanillux is when you go down to your local ice cream
Oh.
store.
No, think
Just buy a
and
gallon
you
of ice
tell
cream.
The person behind the counter, yo, give me like 6 scoops of that shit.
It's got no. It becomes a Neapolitan. It becomes a
I hope
Neapolitan.
it's just got like. I hope it's just a Vanillix with like ice cream sandwiches on the side.
Mega
No, I hope
Vanillix.
it's
Mega Vanillix. The main ice cream cone would be vanilla, and then the sides would be chocolate and strawberry.
you just like add chocolate syrup and nuts, and now it's Mega Vanillix.
It's a banana split.
I actually liked Vanillix too, so
I like Vanillix.
like
I
all
wish
those
it was
people,
good.
all those people that say that Gen 5 wasn't creative, I hate those people because it's like Vanillix and Garbodor weren't even that bad.
Oh my god. That would be
There was a
amazing.
Gen 1 Pokemon that is literally a pile of. And there is a Gen 1 Pokemon that is literally an upside down Pokeball. Stop
Also,
it.
another thing that nobody in the chat knows is that when this gets uploaded to YouTube, all of our swearing is gonna get censored.
Oh my god, that's gonna be. It's gonna
Which
be
is-
amazing.
Which is like it was supposed to kind of deter us from swearing, but what we're gonna do, and I don't want to spoil it.
Oh no.
What do you think?
Oh
what
no, this isn't deterring us from
what we're-
swearing at
what
all.
we're doing is gonna make us swear more, probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also, the worst Gen 1 design thing. What was the first form of that Pokemon? Let's just take that Pokemon and put 3 of them together. 1 magnet? 3 magnets!
One lump, 3 lumps.
One poisonous gas ball? 3 poisonous gas balls! One's a little one.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I kind of wish their original names kind of made it to the U.S. But what were their original names? NY and LA.
Oh yeah.
I kind of wish that's actually made.
lol.
I kind of wish those actually made it. Like those actually stuck.
Nyan Law. Because you know that we'd call it Nyan Law. Like it
Probably.
wouldn't. Okay. All right. Before we get too far into this, let's go to break.
Okay.
We'll take about 5-10 minutes, and then we'll go from there. All right.
All right.
Hooray.
Yay! We'll be right back.